Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the component of the food. As we know, every organism needs the food for their survival, to get energy, to do day-to-day activities, and we need the food to grow up, to grow our body organs, and we have to consume food to be healthy. There are a lot of the uses of food. Today we are going to see the component of the food. Component of the food means the nutrient to be present in the food. What are the components in the food? Let us begin this class, okay? First of all, food. Food is the nutritive substances taken by an organism for growth, work, and the maintain of a life process. It means we need the food to grow, to work, to get energy and to maintain our life process. And food is nothing but it is a nutritive substances which provide a lot of the nutrients to us. For example, if we think that our car have to move from one place to the another place, then it needs some fuel. Petrol is the fuel of a car. By using the petrol energy, cars start to move from one place to the another place. As same, if a human body or the organism body have to perform its day-to-day life activities, then it is also need the fuel. That is, the fuel is nothing but food. Food is a kind of a fuel for all the living organism present on the earth. Without food, we can't do anything. Why? Because we get energy from the food. We get lot of the nutrients from the food. Nutrients means these are the carbohydrates, vitamins, proteins, minerals, roughages. These all are the nutrients of the food. By using these nutrients, we grow, we get energy, and we perform our day-to-day activities. Food is a very essential for all the living organism. Okay. Next, what do we get from the inner food? Here is the answer. The food. By consuming the food, by taking the food, we grow up and we get energy from the food to do all the works, day-to-day works. And the food, we consume the food to be healthy. If a person to be healthy, he have to consume the good quantity and the good quality of the food day-to-day life. We get food from various types, that is in the form of breakfast, in the form of lunch, in the form of dinner, in the form of snacks at the evening time, that we are going to consume lot of the food. We get these three important points from the food. One is to grow, to give energy, and to be healthy. The food contains different kinds of nutrients. Just I told you before only, the food contains the fat, protein, vitamins and minerals, carbohydrates and roughage food. These are the important component of the food which help us to perform all the day-to-day activities. That may be the metabolism, that may be the growing, that may be the development of the body, everything. We have to consume the proper amount of fat, we have to consume proper amount of protein, we have to consume proper amount of vitamin and the minerals and the carbohydrates. Okay, let us study one by one. Let us study these components one by one. First of all, we see the carbohydrate. Carbohydrates are the most important source of energy providing nutrients. It means carbohydrates are energy providing nutrients. If we consume the carbohydrates, we get energy from that. How our body get energy from the carbohydrates? When when we consume the food, the carbohydrates present in the food that is separated from the food particles by the digestion, and the carbohydrates is converted into the glucose, and glucose is nothing but that is known as the blood sugar. Our body use this sugar for energy for our cells, tissues and organs. It means the energy which is produced by the carbohydrates after converting the glucose, the energy used by our body cells, our tissues, our organs like heart, kidney, liver, lungs, all these organs utilize the energy produced by the carbohydrates. So we have to consume the proper amount of carbohydrates in our diet. These carbohydrates provide lot of energy to work like we play, we do work, our jobs, we read, we write, everything need energy. This energy is come from carbohydrates. Okay, next point, that is the protein. Protein is the another nutrient of our food. Food is also known as the body building component or the body building food. Protein help us to grow our body, and it repair the damaged cells of our body. When we get injuries or some internal injuries, everything is repaired by the protein. Hair and nails are almost made up of proteins. Our hairs, our nails, these are also made up of proteins. And protein is an important body building blocks. It builds the bones, muscles, cartilage, skin and blood. These all are prepared by the protein. Protein is also the component to prepare the bones, muscles, cartilage, skin and blood. Next point, that is the fat. It is nothing but the stored food, or we can say it as the stored energy. The body uses the fat as a fuel source. How the car uses the petrol as a fuel, and our body fat is used as a fuel. It is the stored fuel, it is the stored energy, it is utilized by our body in day-to-day life activities. Fat give much more energy as compared to same amount of carbohydrate. It means if we consume the 50 grams of the carbohydrates and the 50 gram of fat, the fat give more energy when we compare to the energy of carbohydrates. We get more energy by the fat. And fat and carbohydrates are also called as energy giving food. These are also energy giving food. We get a lot of the energy from the fats and carbohydrates. Next thing is the obesity. Obesity is the one type of a diseases we can say here. Why? Because when we consume the fat rich food, all the fat is start to deposit or it will be stored in our body. It is harmful for us to eat much of the fat rich food, and we may end up suffering from a condition called obesity. Obesity means increase in the body weight. The fat is stored everywhere in our organ. If it is stored in the liver, then it is known as the fatty liver. Liver start to suffer from many more problems. It is disabled to produce the enzyme, it is disabled to produce the hormones which are very important. They play a very important role in the metabolism of our body. So we have to consume every nutrient in its proper way or in the proper manner. It helps us to avoid the obesity. if we suffer from the obesity, its first symptoms of obesity is we will become the lazy person. Means it harmful for us to eat too much of a fat rich food. It leads to obesity. Next component is the next nutrient of our food is vitamin. Vitamin helps in the protecting of our body against the diseases. Nowadays we will see the lot of the persons, children are suffering from different type of diseases. Why? Because we reduce the vitamin containing food. We avoided to consume the vitamin containing food. Why? Because we are totally dependent upon their street food, which is very rich in fat. So we are suffering from lot of the diseases. If we consume the vitamin containing food or the vitamin contained food, it helps our body to fight against the diseases. Why? Because it provides immunity power to our body. Immunity power which fight with germs which causes the diseases. And the vitamin keep our eyes, bone, teeth and gums healthy. We are suffering from the eye vision. We are suffering from the bone weakness. We are suffering from the teeth problem. We are suffering from the gum problem. If we want to shoot out all these problems, we should consume good amount of vitamins. There are the two type of vitamins. One is the water soluble vitamin, another one is fat soluble vitamin. Let us discuss about these 2 points. Here is the chart about vitamins. These are divided into the 2 types. One is the water soluble vitamin, another one is the fat soluble vitamin. Fat soluble vitamin means they are found in fatty food such as animals fats, fish, liver and dietary food. Means fat soluble vitamin found in animals fat. Animal fat is used in prepare of a lot of the food items. Fish, liver and dairy foods. Means we can say it as the bakery foods. And second one is the water soluble vitamin found in the cured food, eggs, fish, milk, legumes and the fresh vegetables. These are water soluble vitamins. You can see in this picture the vitamin B1, B2, B3, B5, B6, B7, B9 and B12. Even vitamin C is a water soluble vitamins. And fat soluble vitamins are vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E and vitamin K. These are the vitamins of water soluble vitamins and fat soluble vitamins. Next point, the benefits of vitamins. What are the benefits of the vitamins? We must and should know these points. We must and should have this knowledge about vitamins, carbohydrates, fats, proteins. Why? Because if I want to be healthy, I should know everything about these food items. Let us see vitamin A. Vitamin A which treat the eye disorders and skin infections. We see the lot different type of eye disorders. Some people can't see in even evening time. Some people can't see even in the days. Some people can't recognize the colors. These all diseases will come from vitamin A. Vitamin B9 reduce the risk of neural tube defects during pregnancy. Vitamin B12 provide relief from symptoms of anemia, kidney, liver disorder. If we consume the vitamin B12 in the proper way, we can put away the kidney diseases, liver diseases and we will be away from anemia. Vitamin C helps to treat the scurvy, cancer and common cold. Vitamin D, It treats the arthritis, tooth decay, diabetes and the rickets. Vitamin E, it improves the blood circulation and slow down again the process. The blood which is circulating in our body, it improves the circulation of our blood in our body. Vitamin K reduce the risk and the maturation pain and internal bleeding of our body. These are the benefits of vitamins. Next, if we see the deficiency of vitamins, there are the many diseases and their symptoms we can see in this picture. First, we see the vitamin deficiency of vitamin A, nothing but the loss of vision. The symptoms of this disease is poor vision, loss of vision in darkness, and sometimes complete loss of vision. If we avoid the consumption of vitamin A, we will going to lose our eye vision. We can't see clearly in the daytime, in darkness, or even we lose our complete eye visions. Vitamin B1, which causes the beriberi, if the deficiency vitamin B1 causes the beriberi, which weak muscles and the very little energy to work. Because vitamin B1 provide lot of energy to do work. If we avoid the vitamin B1, we suffer from the beriberi diseases. And vitamin C, the deficiency of vitamin C causes the scurvy diseases, which is the bleeding gum. Means in the tooth, below the tooth, we will see there is a bleeding process. Wounds take longer time to heal. Whenever we get the wounds on our bodies, whenever we get injuries in our bodies, it takes long time to heal. Why? Because there is no vitamin C present in our body. That is the deficiency of vitamin C. Vitamin D causes rickets. Means vitamin D doesn't cause the ricket. The deficiency of vitamin D causes rickets. That is the symptoms of rickets is bone becomes softened and bent. Anyone can write like this with their hands. So we should consume the vitamin A, vitamin B1, vitamin C, vitamin D, calcium, iodine, iron. Iron is the most important component of our food. If we avoid the iodine, if we not consume the iodine, we suffer from many diseases. One is here, that is the deficiency of iodine causes the goiter. Goiter means the gland in our neck appears swollen. Here the glands are present in our neck, they start to swollen. Mental disorders. In Africa, we see these diseases, a lot of the children suffering from the mental disabilities in Africa. Why? Because they don't consume the iodine. So we see the advertise in the TVs in the pictures, then we have to consume that iodine salt. The deficiency of iron causes anemia, weakness. These are the deficiency of the vitamin and their diseases and their symptoms also. You can see in this picture. By seeing this picture or by discussing this point, we come to know that how much important are they. How much important vitamins are they for our body. Means without vitamins, without carbohydrates, without fat, there is nothing in our body, or the nothing, we can do nothing. We are totally suffer from lot of the diseases if we see the deficiency of vitamins, fats, carbohydrates, minerals in our bodies. Especially we see the deficiency and the diseases regarding vitamins here. If we move further, dietary fibers or roughies. The roughage is mainly provided by the plant's product. It means we get these roughage from the plants in the form of a food. We see the whole grains, pulses, potatoes, fresh fruits and vegetables are the main source of roughages or dietary fibers. We get all these components from the vegetables, fruits and the grains. Next point is that balanced diet. A balanced diet consists of the proper quantities and the proportion of food needed to maintain health and growth. It means the food which contains proper quantity of carbohydrates, fats, proteins, minerals, vitamins in the proper way, that is known as a balanced diet. It means the food which we consume in day-to-day life, it must contain the carbohydrates, fats, vitamins, minerals, water, roughage food, that is known as a balanced diet. We are not following the balanced diet. Because of that, we suffer from the lot of the diseases. Whenever we invited for the marriages, when we invited to the some other parties, we are going to consume lot of the food. Why? Because we are not going to pay any amount for that food, which leads us lot of the diseases like the obesity, imbalance in metabolism process. So we have to consume the balanced diet, which is the proper quantity of carbohydrates, fats, vitamins, minerals and water. This is known as the balanced diet. Thank you for watching my class. Please share, comment and subscribe. Thank you. Thank you very much.